think we all carry a pattern inside, an unwritten rule for how we survive, a quiet equation we learn over years, balancing hopes against our fears. What to say, when not to try, when to stay, when to hide. We solve our days the safest way until something pulls us astray. And when we step outside the line, the ground beneath us starts to slide. Everyone has their own design, a formula for staying fine. But when you break from what you know, there's no telling how it goes. You might fall harder than before, find a door you've never seen. When you leave your safe routine, it's either loss or everything. Control confined, calling it peace of mind. But growth begins where logic bends, where comfort hesitates to defend. When certainty begins to shake, that's when history is made. Safety keeps the story small, risk is where the chapters close. Everyone has their own equation, a balance built for preservation. But step outside that steady ground and everything can turn around. You might fail in front of all or rise beyond imagined walls. The moment you defy the rule, you risk the fall or breakthrough, or breakthrough. Failure and greatness share a door, they live on the other side of more. The same step that could break your name could set your whole life into flame. You can't predict which way it swings, but nothing changes if you don't risk. Maybe the formula was never wrong, it just wasn't meant to last this long. Maybe success and failure both are born from daring to grow. We all have lines we're told to keep, boundaries drawn so we can sleep. But step beyond the measured plan and you rewrite who you are. Yes, you might lose more than you gain, or gain more than you can explain. When you walk outside the known, you risk disaster or your throne. Every design has its limit, and every limit waits to be crossed. I used to think my dreams were miles away, like distant lights at the end of the day, chasing shadows, losing sight, wondering if I had the right. But every step I've taken here brought them closer, made them clear. I see it now, I always knew they were closer than I thought they were. Every doubt I left behind, every fear that crossed my mind, led me right back to this place where hope is standing face to face. Every dream is within reach, it's closer than it seems. All I have to do is keep moving, step by step believing. I don't need a rush or hide, I just walk toward what's mine. Every dream is within reach if I keep moving toward it. The dream doesn't move away, I move closer every day. And one day I'll realize I've been here the whole time. Every dream is within reach, I can feel it when I speak. Every heartbeat, every try pulls me closer every night. I don't stop, I don't release what I know belongs to me. Every dream is within reach, I'm moving toward it. Not someday far, not out of sight. Right here, right now in my life. Every dream is within reach as long as I keep moving. They told me aim to be the best, chase the win, outshine the rest. Count your worth in trophies won, and how far and how fast you run. So I learned to measure life by numbers climbing overnight, by louder cheers and brighter names, calling out success and fame. But applause fades quicker than it came, and titles never stay the same. Don't try to be successful, that word can blur your sight. Try to be someone of value, even when no one's watching your life. Because success can disappear, but character stays here. Build what lies beneath the noise, be of value, make that your choice. Make that your choice. I've seen people reach the top only to feel the ground still drop. Empty hands with heavy crowns, lost in heights they thought they'd found. I've seen quiet hearts stand tall, changing lives without a call. No spotlight, no grand parade, just honest work well made. Success is something you can gain, value is something you become. Don't try to be successful, chasing numbers on a wall. Try to be someone of value that matters when the lights all fall. When titles fade and crowds grow thin, what's left is who you've been. Know what you own, know what you sold, but what you gave and how you showed up. Success is loud, value is quiet. Success is seen, value is felt. Success asked, did they notice? Value asked, did I help? One feeds the ego for a day, the other feeds the soul. If tomorrow takes the stage away and strips the labels from my name, would I still stand steady there? Would I still care? Because a life built only to impress collapses under its own success. Don't try to be successful, that's too small a dream. Try to be someone of value to the people in between. Success might follow, it might not, but value never rots. When all is said and all is done, let them say you were worth more than what you would. Be steady, be honest, be useful, be kind. Success may come and go, but value is what survives. Do me. I've been standing at the edge too long, heart racing, but my feet are frozen. Every voice says, what if you fall? But staying here feels like losing it all. I see the life I want ahead, but fear keeps shouting in my head. Still something louder pulls me through, a quiet truth I can't unknow. If I wait until the fear is gone, I'll be waiting all my life. Change doesn't start with certainty, it starts the moment I decide. Take the first step, don't be afraid. Nothing changes if I stay the same. If I don't try, I've already failed. This is the risk I have to take. Every change begins right here on the other side of fear. I won't know unless I move. I have to choose. I have to choose. I've seen chances slip away just because I hesitated, calling it being safe or smart, but safety never moved my heart. I don't need to see the end, just enough faith to begin. Every dream I'm scared to chase is waiting on this first brave step. Fear isn't falling down, it's never leaving the ground. If I'm gonna lose it all, I'd rather lose by trying hard. Take the first step, don't be afraid. Fear's not a sign I'm in the wrong place. If I don't try, I've already failed. So I'll jump before I hesitate. Every change begins with one before the race has even begun. I won't wait to feel ready, I move now, that's how I'm free. Courage isn't calm or clear, it shakes, it doubts, it shows up here. Right in the middle of the fear, that's where my strength appears. I don't need permission now, I don't need to know how. The moment I decide to start is when I finally change my heart. Take the first step, feel the ground. Every future starts right now. I won't let this fear decide who I become or how I try. If I fail, I'll learn, I'll rise. That's a win in its own right. I won't stay where dreams decay. I take the step today. Change is calling out my name. It won't wait, it won't explain. So I breathe in, face the truth. The first step is what I choose. I used to watch from far away, see someone rise and think no way. They seemed untouchable somehow, like something I'd never allow myself to dream, myself to claim, like their success was not my lane. But then it hit me clear as sun, if they did it, it can be done. Their victory isn't my defeat, it's a roadmap at my feet. If someone made it to that height, it proves the climb is real. If one heart turned a dream to life, then mine can learn to feel the same fire, the same belief. Not copy, not compete. Every win I see out there is proof that I can reach it too. It doesn't fall from above, it's built from choices, built from days when doubt was louder than the praise. Someone stood where I stand now, unsure of when or even how, but they kept moving, they stayed strong. That's how they proved me wrong. Didn't open a secret door, they walked through effort's corridor. Someone broke the ceiling first, it means it can be cracked. If one person rewrote the script, then limits aren't a fact. Not luck alone, not fate alone, but work and faith combined. Every success I witness now expands what's possible in mine. Envy shrinks the heart, but inspiration makes it start. I don't look up to feel small, I look up to rise it all. Their light doesn't dim my flame, it shows me I can play the same game. If someone turned their dream to truth, it's evidence, not exception. If one can rise beyond the doubt, then so can my reflection. I won't compare, I'll understand. Their win is not the end, every success I see achieved is proof I can begin. Not jealousy, not despair, just proof it's possible. let it slip away. I've seen hope fall through my fingers just because it took too long. Every time I almost quit, I remembered why I started this. The road is rough, the pace is slow. Some days I walk it on my own, but every step I take in pain pulls the dream a little closer again. I don't need to win right now, I just need to not back down. The dream won't fight for me if I don't fight constantly. When you find a dream, hold it tight, even when it feels out of sight. They'll say you're foolish, say you're blind for chasing something undefined, but dreams don't grow in perfect air, they grow in grit. And staying there if it still burns when you're afraid. Hold on to the dream, don't walk away, don't walk away, don't walk away. I don't grip it out of fear, I hold it cause it brought me here. Every version of who I am was shaped by reaching with these hands. I let go, I disappear. If I stay, the path gets clear. The dream and I, we rise or fall, but I won't drop it, not at all. When you find a dream, hold it tight, let it pull you through the fight. Every doubt, every delay is just the price of staying brave. If it hurts, it means it's real. If you're tired, it means you feel. So when the world says let it go, hold on to the dream, hold on and grow. Head shaking, heart still strong. I've held it all along. As long as I'm alive and breathing, I'll never let go of the dream. I used to wait for perfect signs, for fear to fade, for stars to align. I thought success would call my name when I was ready for the game, but nothing moves until you do. The door unlocks itself for you. Dreams don't grow in silent plans, they grow in moving hands. You can think it through 1,000 times, but nothing changes till you try. Action is the basic key, the start of every victory. Not intention, not belief, but steps that bring it into reach. Move your feet, begin today, even if it's small and rough. Success doesn't wait for certainty, it waits for action. Action. You can have the brightest mind, the clearest goal, the grand design, but ideas fade into the air if no one dares to care. Every win was once a risk, every leap began with this. A single move, a simple start, that's where the breakthroughs are. Courage isn't knowing how, it's choosing to begin right now. Action is the master key, the root of every possibility. Plans are strong, but they won't grow until you let your body show. Step by step in perfect stride, progress builds from the inside. Success belongs eventually to those who act consistently. Waiting feels safe, but safe stay still. Momentum is born from force of will. You don't need perfect clarity, you need movement. Action is the only way, the bridge between what if and one day. Not luck alone, not talent free, but daily acts repeatedly. Think less, move more, trust the climb. Let effort rewrite the line. Every success you'll ever see begins with action. Action. Dream it, plan it, but most of all, do it. I've tasted doubt, burn my hands trying to figure it out. Every wrong turn, every fall left a mark I still recall. I used to wish the pain away, prayed for an easy way. Oh, but looking back I understand nothing good comes planned. If everything came sweet and clean, would it mean anything to me? Every bitter night I've known is seasoning my soul. Failure is the flavor of the win. It gives success a deeper taste. Every loss I've taken in is what makes victory stay. Without the scars, without the strain, success would fade away. Failure is the flavor of the win. It's the spice that makes it real. I've seen triumph serve too fast, no struggle, no contrast. It looks good, but it feels thin, gone before it settles in. But the ones I fought my way towards still echo in my core. Every tear, every retry, turn the moment into life. I don't curse the times I fell, they taught me what I couldn't tell. Every breakdown, every miss taught me how to persist. Failure is the flavor of the win. It sharpens every single bite. All the times I almost quit, I would make this moment right. Without the dark, without the pain, there's no sweetness left to gain. Failure is the flavor of the win. The reason victory remains. I don't chase perfection now, I chase meaning here and now. I'd rather earn a scar or two than taste success I never grew. Let it burn, let it sting, let it teach me everything. I don't fear the fall anymore. It's part of what I'm fighting for. Failure is the flavor of the win. I wouldn't trade it for a thing. Every loss that shaved my skin is why this victory's deep. No shortcuts, no disguise, I earn the sky inside. Failure is the flavor of the win, and I savor every bite. I don't spit out what went wrong, it made my spirit strong. Every fall that led me here gave success its flavor. I remember who I was in January, standing still with a hopeful plan. Same fears, same questions in my hands, not knowing who I'd become. I didn't need a perfect year, just days where I chose to try. Small decisions, honest work, learning as the months went by. I didn't chase applause or fame, I just refused to stay the same. The greatest happiness I know is looking back and clearly seeing that who I am at years in now is stronger than who I was beginning. Not by luck, not overnight, but by choosing growth again and again. If I can feel I've moved ahead, then this year was a win. There were days I stumbled hard, days I questioned every step, but even doubt became a teacher when I chose not to forget that progress isn't loud or fast, it's built in moments no one sees. Every lesson, every scar quietly added up in me. I don't need proof the world can read, I just need truth I can't believe. The truest measure of my joy is not the trophies on my shelf, it's knowing I'm a better version than the one I called myself a year ago, with the same dreams but fewer the quiet pride that settles in when you realize time didn't pass. You moved with it. You moved with it. At the end of every year, I don't ask what I achieved. I ask if I became someone I'm proud enough to be. If the person I am now feels wiser, kinder, braver then no matter what I gained or lost this year was happiness. Another year will come and go. What matters most is simple though. When I look back I wanna say I grew, and that is enough. How you're I've tasted doubt, burn my hands trying to figure it out. Every wrong turn, every fall left a mark I still recall. I used to wish the pain away, prayed for an easy way. Oh, but looking back I understand nothing good comes planned. If everything came sweet and clean, would it mean anything to me? Every bitter night I've known is seasoning my soul. Serve too fast, no struggle, no contrast. It looks good, but it feels thin, gone before it settles in. But the ones I fought my way towards still echo in my core. Every tear, every retry, turn the moment into life. I don't curse the times I fell, they taught me what I couldn't tell. Every breakdown, every miss, taught me how to persist. Failure is the flavor of the win. It sharpens every single. There's no sweetness left to gain. Failure is the flavor of the win. The reason victory remains. I don't chase perfection now, I chase meaning here and now. I'd rather earn a scar or two than taste success I never grew. Let it burn, let it sting, let it teach me everything. I don't fear the fall anymore. It's part of what I'm fighting for. Failure is the flavor of the win. I wouldn't trade it for a thing. Every loss that shaved my skin is why this victory's dip. No shortcuts, no disguise, I earn the sky inside. Failure is the flavor of the win, and I savor every bite. I don't spit out what went wrong, it made my spirit strong. Every fall that led me here gave success its flavor. I've been pushed down to the ground, heard the laughter, felt the sound. Every hit, every scar left a mark on who you are. They said stop, they said enough, called persistence being tough. But I learned pain doesn't end the flame, it only tests the name. I don't need the world to see what's growing quietly. Even if I'm stepped on, even if I'm struck, I keep moving. I don't give up. Effort doesn't break, it bends and bends until it learns to stand. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I believe it here it waits for effort to stack. Even when the weight comes down, even when I'm pressed to ground, I choose the work, I choose the strain, I choose to stand up once again. No promise, no applause, just faith in what I've done so far. If I keep showing up each day, one day this pain will pay. The seed doesn't argue with the stone, it grows around, it grows alone. It doesn't ask if it's unfair, it just decides to live right there. And one day, breaking through the ground, it shows what patience found. I've been stepped on, I've been tried, I've bent, I've cracked, but I survived. Not because the road was kind, but because I stayed the line. Effort never lies or leaves, it stays until it's finally seen. Keep going, even through the gloom, because someday this will bloom. You don't bloom while you're buried. You bloom because you stayed. I've waited on a better day, like it would come and call my name. Blame the time, blame where I stand, but nothing moved while I just planned. I watched the world keep running fast while I was stuck inside the past, hoping things would rearrange, but hope alone don't make a change. Wishing feels safe, trying feels hard, but comfort never moved the start. Every dream I say I want is asking what I've actually done. Nothing changes if I don't push, if I don't sweat. I can't complain about the road if I never take a step. I don't get more by standing still, I don't grow by staying safe. Nothing changes if I don't, so I choose the work today. I've talked about the life I want, like words were somehow enough, but every goal I haven't chased is proof I've been afraid. No one's coming to save my time, no shortcut waiting down the line. If I want something different now, I've gotta be the difference somehow. Results don't come from what I say, they're built by what I do each day. Every excuse I hold too tight is stealing from my future life. Nothing changes if I don't try, if I don't fail. Every door I say is closed, this one I never push myself. I don't earn more by wanting less, I don't rise by staying the same. Nothing changes if I don't, so I choose the work. The pain, effort isn't loud or clean, it's showing up when no one sees. It's choosing growth instead of peace again, relentlessly. I don't need the perfect start, I just need to do my part. One small move, one honest try can rewrite the reasons why. Nothing changes if I don't. I won't wait for luck or signs. Every future I believe it starts with effort here and now. I don't fear the sweat and strain, they're proof I'm still alive. Nothing changes if I don't, so I change by trying. No more waiting, no disguise. I see the truth in my own eyes. If I want a different life, it starts with me tonight. I stepped on board with a cautious heart, counting waves before we start. Watching the sky, the edge, the rails, wondering how this story fails. Is the wind too strong? Will the night turn rough? Is this ship really built in while it writes. I've seen people stay below deck, measuring risk with every step, talking more about what might go wrong than the reasons they came along. But no one says to never feel, to never test what's strong or real. The ocean isn't there to scare, it's there to take you somewhere. You don't board a ship to stand still, you board it to feel the thrill. If I only ask, what if I sink? I'll never see the blue between. If I spend my days on guard, I'll forget how far I've come. Storms don't cancel the delight, they just remind us we're alive. Life isn't about reaching shore, it's about loving the voyage more. No ship was built for perfect seas, no life was meant for certainty. The risk is real, the joy is too. You don't get one without the other. If I trust the vessel and my hands, I can dance with what I can't command. I won't let fear be my compass now. I won't miss this moment out. Whatever weather comes my way, I choose to feel the ride. I watch the horizon, breathe the air, laugh with the waves, accept the scare. Life is a journey, not a test, and I'm here to enjoy the voyage. The sea will move, the ship will creep, but the joy is found when you look up, not down at your feet. I used to chase the finish line, running faster than my time. Try to skip the space between where I am and who I be. Every shortcut, every rush left me empty, left me stuck. I thought speed would get me through, but I kept missing what was true. I was looking way ahead, forgetting where my feet had led. Then I learned a simple truth, the road is built by what you do. One step at a time's the fastest way. Every small move counts each day. I don't need to see the end, I just need to walk again. One step forward, strong and slow, that's how every journey goes. The shortest path I've ever known is taking one step, then another one. I compared my pace to everyone, wondered why I wasn't done. But different roads, different starts, still can lead to the same heart. Every effort that looks small isn't small at all. It's the only way I grow, it's the only way I know. I stopped racing other lives, started trusting my own time. Every step beneath my feet is bringing me closer than it seems. One step at a time is the fastest way. No need to run, no need to stray. Every moment that I choose to keep moving pulls me through. One step forward, no regret. This is how I haven't quit. The shortest road to where I belong is one step steady and strong. Mountains aren't climbed in a leap, they rise from promises you keep. Every day you show up true is another inch in view. I don't need to fly or fall, I just need to stand up tall. Progress Progress doesn't shout a race, it whispers keep your pace. One step at a time, I'm way closer now than yesterday. Don't fear how long it takes, I trust the path that patience makes. One step forward, heart aligned, that's how I'll cross the line. The shortest path I've ever known is one step, and then I'm home. What's meant to last, I won't trip over the past. Every dream I'm moving towards starts with one step, nothing more. I've heard people say it all the time, life never goes the way you plan. Like disappointment is the rule, like hope is something for the young. But every time I listen close, I notice something in that tone. They weren't describing what they saw, they were choosing what they know. Before the road even appears, before the fall, before the fear, there's a quiet wish we make inside, and it decides the ride. If you believe life won't bend your way, is what you find reflected back in time. Life doesn't fight your point of view, it follows what you choose is true. If you say it won't work out for you, then that belief will see it through. I've watched dreams die before they start, not from fate but from the heart. From saying this is how it goes, before the first step even shows. The world responds, now with surprise, but with a mirror to your mind. It doesn't judge, it doesn't care, it builds what you declare. It's not the luck you didn't get, it's not the past you can't forget, it's the future you already named before the game. To work with you, you open doors you never knew. Not by magic, not by chance, but by giving yourself a chance. Life doesn't choose your destiny, it answers how you see. What you believe is what you'll prove. Life moves the way you move. Expect from it. I've heard the same complaints on repeat, same old blame on the same old streets. They talk about what's not fair, like waiting will get them there. But I've seen eyes that shine at dawn, hands still working when hope feels gone. Same clock, same day, same ground, different words make just show up when it's rough. They don't need the perfect sign. They trust the grind, they trust the climb. Words reveal where hearts reside, and what we build or what we hide. You can hear it in the tone of those who move and those who moan. The ones who work, they speak in hope. They plan tomorrow while they cope. They don't deny the weight they feel, they just refuse to let it steal. The ones who wait, they speak in plain. Same excuses, different names. Hope is born where effort grows. Complaints are easy, progress isn't so. I don't judge the fear or pain, but staying still won't change a thing. If all I do is criticize, I hand my future to my pride. Hope isn't blind, it's earned from every lesson learned. It sounds like watch me try again. Now why does this keep happening? The ones who work, they speak in hope, even when the road is slow. They talk about what's possible while making it unstoppable. I won't let my voice be noise, I'll let it be a choice. Hope talks louder every day when effort leads the way. I'll watch my words, I choose my tone. I'll speak in hope and build my own, 'cause effort writes the life I see, and hope sounds like becoming me. Hey, hey, hey. I used to stare up at the open sky, wondering how it feels to rise. I wanted wings without the ground, wanted lift without the sound of my feet, learning how to land, how to trust where I stand. But dreams don't start above the floor, they start with learning how to stand once more. You don't wake up knowing how to soar, you don't skip what came before. Every height is earned, below that's something no one tells you. If you wanna learn how to fly someday, you have to stand up first. You have to walk through doubt and rain, run until it hurts. You climb, you fall, you find your pace. You dance with fear, you learn its shape. There's no way to skip the ground before you fly. You learn the now. I've seen people chase the sky, hate the steps that pass them by. Call the waiting wasted time, call the slow work a sign. But muscles grow by being used, balance comes from being bruised. Every lesson lives in motion, not in wishing or devotion. You don't rise by closing your eyes, you rise by trying every time the air responds. When you're prepared, not before. If you wanna learn how to fly someday, you have to move your feet. Step by step you build the way from ground to sky beneath. You walk, you run, you climb, you sway. You learn to move in your own way. There's no shortcut to the clouds before you fly. You live it out. Standing teaches you where you are. Walking teaches you how far. Walking teaches you how far. Running shows you what you're made of. Climbing shows you what you love. Dancing teaches you to feel alive. And one day all of that teaches you how to fly. If you wanna learn how to fly one day, honor every step below. The ground is not your enemy, it's the reason you'll grow. Every moment plays its part, every movement shapes the heart. You don't rise by skipping ground, you fly because you learned it all. Stand, walk, run, climb, dance. And when the time is right, you won't need to force the sky. You'll already know head down low, counting reasons not to go. Every dream fell out of reach, every step too far for me. But the world looks different now when I stop asking what if I fall. Fear was never the truth I found, it was just a wall I built myself. Life isn't cruel, it's wide and wild. It opens up when I dare to try. The moment fear loosens its grip, I start to see what living is. Life is beautiful when you're not afraid. It shines in colors I never saw that way. I don't need everything figured out, just enough courage to step out. All I need to live this life is a brave heart, a curious mind, a little money to keep me free, and faith in what I might become. I've met people chasing safe and small, calling comfort, having it all, but something in me wanted more than a life that never opened doors. Imagination taught me how to see beyond the here and now. Courage taught me how to move when I didn't know what I'd lose. Dreams don't need perfection, they need direction, and a little fuel to start the flame, enough to play the game. Life is beautiful when you're not afraid, when you let curiosity lead the way. I don't need a fortune in my hand, just a reason strong enough to stand. All I need to live this life is courage to say this is mine, imagination running free, and just enough to believe in me. Fear says wait, life says go. Fear wants proof, life says hope. I don't need to own the world, just enough to chase what I feel. Money buys me time and space, but it can't replace the leap of faith. The rest is built by what I do with the courage I choose. Life is beautiful, I see it now when I stop asking why me and ask why not. I don't need the perfect plan, just a future I'm brave enough to imagine. I need to live this life is a heart that dares to try, a mind that dreams endlessly, and a little money, just enough to be free. If I live without fear today, the world opens in its own way. Life isn't waiting to be right, it's waiting for my courage to arrive. Some are born a step ahead, different hands, different threads. I won't pretend it's all the same, that gifts don't tilt the game. Talent exists, I know it's real, it shapes the start, the way you feel. But I've seen it fade and disappear when effort wasn't here. Ability can open a door, but it won't decide what's behind it. What stays when the shine is gone is something harder to find. Talent might help you take the stage, might give you a head start in the race, but it's only extra, not the core, not what decides the score. Relentless, patient, daily work, staying when it starts to hurt. That's the trait that carries through, that's the key success holds on to. I've watched gifted people slow lose the fire they used to show. I've watched quiet ones stay late, repeat the work, accept the wait. No spotlight, no borrowed name, just discipline that stays the same. What looks small from far away is built by choosing again each day. Luck may knock from time to time, talent may open the frame, but effort is what builds the house and keeps it standing through the rain. Talent might shape how far you see, but it won't move your feet. It's not the spark that fades too fast, it's the flame that's built to last. Persistent, steady, unafraid, doing the work when praise is late. Effort is the engine, effort is the floor. Yes, ability can play a role, it can help, it can assist, but endless stubborn dedication is what success insists. Day by day with grit and will, through repetition, through the grind. That's not extra, that's the point, that's the trait that builds the win. Talent is optional, effort is essential, and the ones who last know the difference. Hey, yeah. Maybe we made it heavier than it is. Carried every doubt like it was truth. Turned every choice into a test. Forgot how little we really need. We kept adding weight to every step, calling fear being realistic. Somewhere between all the noise, we lost the sound of our own voice. We kept asking for more answers, while holding everything already. The harder we tried to control it all, the further life seemed to fall. Maybe life was never this hard. Maybe we just learned to overthink the dark. What if the truth is simple and clear? We already have what we need right here. Life isn't broken, it's just quiet, waiting for us to stop the riot. Maybe the moment we let things be, life gets easier naturally. Life gets easier naturally. We chase solutions far away, like peace was something we had to earn. But every breath, every heartbeat was proof there was nothing missing. We called it failure when we slowed, called it weakness when we let go. But maybe rest was never wrong, maybe gentle is still strong. We tried to become someone else before trusting who we already are. But life doesn't ask for perfection, just attention, just a heart. Maybe life was never this hard. We just kept running from who we are. What if the path was always near? What if the answer's been here all these years? Life doesn't need to be a fight, it opens up when we stop the night. Maybe the truth is plain to see. Life is simple, honestly. What if nothing's chasing us? What if we don't have to rush? The world keeps turning anyway, whether we worry or just stay. We don't need to fix our lives, we need to live them, not survive. Everything we're trying to find is already inside. Maybe life was never this hard. We were just afraid of our own heart. What if the key was always free? What if we already held it quietly? Life isn't asking us to bleed, just to trust what we already see. Maybe the moment we believe, life becomes simple again. Life becomes simple again. We don't need to make it heavy, we don't need to make it loud. Life was simple all along, we just forgot how to slow down. Every goal looks far away. Too many nights, too many days. I've searched for shortcuts, signs and proof, a faster way, a safer truth. But every path I tried to take led me right back to the same place. Standing still, asking how, when the answer's always now. No secret door, no hidden key, no magic step that skips the climb. There's only what's in front of next step. I've seen people wait for change, hope the road will rearrange. I've felt the pull to hesitate, call fear being patient. But nothing moves if I don't move, nothing grows if I refuse. The distance doesn't shrink by thought, it shrinks by steps I follow. Progress isn't fast or loud, it doesn't beg to be believed. It shows up when I choose to act again and again. There's only one way to reach the end, no matter who I am. I meet the work, I face the test, I do what I can. Brick by brick, breath by breath, I don't look for another plan. There's only one way forward, I stay right here and take the next step. It's not about being fearless, it's about being relentless. Not about knowing the whole fight, just standing up one more time when the mountain blocks my view. I don't ask how I'll get through, I ask where to place my feet and I move. There's only one way to achieve it all, to answer the call I hear. I don't wait for the path to clear, I clear it while I'm here. One step taken, honestly, one step taken with intent. There's only one way forward, I face it now and take the next step. No shortcuts, no escape, just courage chosen daily, one step at a time. Look at old photographs of who I'm meant to be, dreams I packed away somewhere between later and maybe. I thought the clock was laughing every year, I let it slide like chances only belong to the fearless and the young inside. But time never closed the door, I just stopped knocking. It's not too late to turn the page, to start again at any age. The mirror doesn't set the rule, the calendar can't decide if you still feel the fire. It's not too late to try. I've seen people chase new roads with silver in their hair, and people half my age too scared to even dare. Dreams don't check your birthday before they call your name, they only ask one question, are you willing to change? Regret grows in stillness, not in motion. It's not too late to risk the fall, to take the step, to lose it all. What's too late is never trying, what's too late is fear. If you can still imagine it, your time is here now is enough. You're not behind the story, you're still inside the book, and every chapter waiting is closer than it looks. Becoming is an instant, it doesn't come on cue, but every day you choose to move, you become more you. Age is a number, courage is a choice. It's not too late to redefine, to redraw lines, to realign. The person you once dreamed about isn't lost in time, they're waiting on your decision to make them real in life. You don't owe the past your future, you don't owe regret your name, you owe yourself the honesty to step back in the flame. The clock isn't your enemy, it's simply counting breath. As long as you're breathing, nothing's finished yet. Still here, still possible. It's not too late, say it loud. It's not too late, say it loud. It's not too late, dress up as fact, call itself being realistic. I've seen hope look just as fragile, quiet, almost start from mystic. But both start from the same place, same heart, same human face. One builds a door, one builds a wall. I decide which one I call. The world responds after I do it. It follows what I choose. Before I move, before I try, my belief draws the line. If I think I can, then I can. If I think I can't, that's where I stand. The answer comes before the test. I give it to myself. No excuse, no guarantee, just a story I repeat. Whatever I choose to believe today, I am right. It's not arrogance, not pretend. It's knowing where results begin. Every future starts the same, with one thought calling my name. I don't wait for proof to arrive. I choose a thought that lets me try. If I think I can, then I move. If I think I can't, I lose the proof. Not because the road won't bend, but because I chose where it ends. My mind writes the first line before effort, before time. Whatever I decide to say today, I'm right. So I choose the thought that opens doors, the one that lets me try once more. Because belief doesn't just explain, it decides the game. Yeah. I used to think the road was wrong every time it bent, like every closed door meant that I was not meant. I took resistance personal, took delay as proof that maybe I wasn't built for what I wanted to pursue. But nothing worth the climb comes without the weight. That's just the way it goes. Not every step will land, not every plan will hold, not every door will stand. The ones who make it through don't curse the fall. They knew from the start it wouldn't be smooth at all. I've seen people quit too soon because it wasn't fair. They thought success meant easy, they thought struggle meant don't go there. But storms don't cancel journeys, they test how long you'll stay. And those who build their future expect some loss along the way. Disappointment isn't failure, it's part of the design. That's just the way it goes. Some days you lose your ground, some days you doubt the dream, some days you feel shut down. But the ones who win eventually never thought it'd be clean. They pack resilience first before they pack the dream. Resilience first before they pack the dream. Respect resistance, keep moving. Success isn't for optimists who think it'll be light. It's for the ones who know it'll be a fight. They don't panic at the setback, they don't call it fate. They say this is part of it and adjust their weight. Preparation isn't skill, it's mindset. That's just the way it goes. It won't go as planned, but that was never reason to let go of your stand. The ones who reach the summit never thought it'd be fast. They just knew from the beginning the struggle would last. If you expect perfection, you'll quit at the first scar. But if you expect resistance, you won't fall apart. The road doesn't change for you, it tests if you'll remain. And the those who make it through already counted on the pain. Not surprised, still steady, yeah. That's just the way it goes. Say it and breathe. It won't be smooth or straight, but that's what makes it real. The ones who win in the end didn't believe in luck. They believed in showing up when things got tough. It's not going wrong, it's just going, yeah, yeah. Oh, they said stay where you're steady, don't change what you know. But something in my spirit wouldn't let me grow slow. I felt a pull beyond me, a picture in my mind. Not who I was yesterday, but who I'm meant to find. We weren't born to repeat, we were born to become. We don't live the same life until we die. We change, we rise, we redefine. If you see a better version in your heart's design, follow it, leave the old behind. Comfort can feel like safety, but sometimes it's a cage, a quiet repetition masquerading as age. You don't honor your future by clinging to your past. You honor it by stepping out even if it won't last. Growth is not betrayal, it's alignment. We don't live one, stories start to end. We shed old skins, we bend. We shed old skins, we bend. If your ideal is calling, don't silence the sign. The brave don't stay the same, they realign. Become again. The world will ask for stability, for sameness and control, but the soul is never built for permanent roles. You evolve by questioning, you expand by risk. You move toward the image you can't resist. Staying safe is easy, becoming takes will. We don't stay who we were, out of fear we move toward the version that feels more clear. Life isn't about consistency, it's about truth, and truth keeps changing inside you. The river doesn't apologize for flowing somewhere new. The seasons don't regret what they grew through. So why should you freeze in an outdated form when your heart is shifting toward a different storm? Not stuck, not finished. We don't live on script till the end. We grow, we break, remend, we mend. If your ideal still burns, then follow the flame. A life that keeps evolving is never the same. You were never meant to stay still. You say you want it badly, you say it's all you need. But when the road gets heavy, you're quick to let it bleed. You ask if it's realistic, if timing feels right. But there's a deeper question you're scared to ask at night. If it vanished tomorrow, would you still breathe the same? Can you live without it? Be honest now, if it disappeared forever, would you just bow? If losing it feels lighter than chasing through the doubt, then maybe it was never what your heart was about. Dreams aren't proven by applause, so how about you declare? They're proven in the silence when no one else is there. You can walk away from it and sleep without regret. Maybe it was comfort, not a calling yet. Passion doesn't whisper, it refuses to die. Can you live without it? Ask it slow. If the answer breaks you, then you know. If the thought of letting go feels like losing air, then hold it tighter and dare. If you can't lose it, you found it. Real dreams don't negotiate, they don't fade politely. They burn in your chest, quiet but nightly. They survive rejection, they survive delay, because they're not a wish, they're the only way. It's not about success, it's about necessity. Can you live with about it? If yes, then rest, but if no, then fight with everything in your chest. Not because it's easy, not because it's wise, but because without it something inside dies. You don't chase what you can't replace, you chase what you can. You don't bleed for something you're willing to grant. The world won't hand you purpose, it waits for you to claim the dream you can't live without. Is the one you must name. No applause, no guarantee. Can you live without it? Answer true if the thought of losing it unmakes you. Then don't call it someday, don't call it when. If you can't live without it, begin. If it's optional, it's not the one. They measure it in numbers, in titles, wins, and fame, in how high you climb the ladder or how far you stake your claim. They point to shining trophies and call that living proof, but something in my heart still questions the truth. If applause is all it takes, why does it fade so fast? What is success really? Is it the crown? Or is it how many times you stood your ground? Is it the prize at the end? Or the fire you kept lit? Maybe success is simply how hard you dare to commit. I've seen people win everything, yet feel strangely small. And others lose the spotlight, but stand 10 feet tall because they gave their whole heart to something they believed. Even if the world never agreed, maybe it's not about arriving, maybe it's about the climb. What is success, honestly? Is it the view? Or is it every drop of sweat you poured into what's true? Not how many saw you, not how loud they cheered, but how you faced your doubts and persevered. Effort over outcome. You don't control the outcome, you don't command the sky, but you control your courage, you control your try. And when the day grows quiet and no one calls your name, the only thing that matters is how you played the game. Did you hold back or did you leap? What is success in the end when it's just you alone? Is it what you collected or what you've grown? Did you chase the safe road or risk the unknown? Maybe success is the effort you can call your own. You don't measure a life by the noise it made, you measure it by the battles you chose not to evade. The world may judge by victory, by what it can see, but your heart knows the answer when it sets you free. No spotlight, just truth. Success isn't the headline or the final score. It's knowing you gave everything and still gave more. It's standing in the mirror with nothing left to hide and saying, I showed up, I tried. Not perfect, not famous, but honest. You say you want the treasure hidden from the crowd, a sky no one has touched before, a voice that sings out loud. But every untouched mountain is wrapped in fear and doubt. No glory waits on streets that everyone walks out. If it were easy, it wouldn't be rare. If you want a greater world, you'll have to leave the safe, walk the dangerous road. Even when you shake, the brightest view is guarded by the steepest climb. And those who bet on talent know the cost of time. The map won't show the answers, the signs won't light the way. You'll face the dark alone on more than one cold day. But comfort breeds no legend, it only breeds delay. And treasures don't appear for a spine, it's choosing uncertain ground over a steady line. You don't gamble comfort, you gamble fear. You stake your quiet life for something clear. No one discovers gold on paved road. If you want the hidden treasure, you must face the night. Walk the narrow edge, trust your sight, because the rarest things don't shout or call. They wait beyond the safest wall. Every master dig began with someone misunderstood. Every summit was first a place no one stood. The world you dream of seeing won't meet you halfway. You meet it by walking the harder way. Alone, afraid, advancing. If you want a greater world, step beyond the known. The dangerous road is walked alone. But those who bet on talent know this truth inside. The rarest treasures live on the other side. Not safe but worth it. I packed my fears in a suitcase, told myself don't fall, like one wrong move would shatter everything at all. I thought mistakes were endings, thought shame would never fade. But every time I stumbled, the sky still stayed. The world didn't stop turning just because I slipped. So dream big, fall hard, it's okay. The sun still rises the next day. Even if you miss the mark, even if you doubt, life has a funny way of working it out. I failed in front of strangers, said words I shouldn't say, chased things that didn't last, watched plans drift away. But somehow I kept breathing, somehow I still stand. Turns out the worst case story is rarely what we planned. Embarrassment fades, experience stays, so dream loud, risk more, take the chance. Even if you trip mid-dance, you're not made of glass. You won't break, you bend, you learn, you awake. We'll figure it out. Not perfect, still moving. People act like failure is something to avoid, but living safe forever feels emptier than void. What's worse than falling short is never feeling flight. What's worse than losing once is never trying might. You're stronger than the fear you think you feel. So chase it, even scared, even blind. Your courage grows over time. You don't need guarantees, you don't need a plan. You just need to move and trust you can. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. You survive the awkward, you survive the fall, you survive the broken, you survive it all. Failure isn't fatal, it's part of the road. And most disasters shrink when you zoom out. Still here, still trying. So dream big, fall hard, laugh loud, stand proud. Even if you miss it, even if you shout, life doesn't collapse. We figure it out. You'll look back someday and smile about it. I used to move with the current, let the days decide my name. Calling it fate or timing, but it always felt the same. Wake up, work, repeat it, like I was being carried through. But somewhere in the quiet, I knew that wasn't true. Breathing isn't living, it's only the start. I don't wanna be carried, I wanna choose. Not just survive the hours, but move. This life isn't happening to me, it's mine to claim. I won't just be kept alive, I'll live my It's easy to blame the weather, the world, the weight of time, to say that's just the way it is and stay inside the line. But every day I'm given is more than something past. It's a question in my hands, how will you live this one at last? The world will keep turning with or without my will. I don't wanna drift in circles waiting for a sign. I don't wanna call it destiny if it isn't mine. This life is not a favor, it's a fire to ignite. I won't just be breathing, I will fly. Not drifting, choosing. You don't honor the gift of time by staying small and safe. You honor it by stepping out and risking your own shape. Being alive is neutral, but living takes a stand. It means you raise your voice and build with your own hands. The difference is simple but not easy. Ha ha ha. I don't wanna be kept by comfort or by fear. I wanna wake up knowing that I chose to be here. This life isn't something that just passes by. It's something I decide to amplify. The world won't hand you meaning, you carve it in the stone. You don't become by waiting, you become by owning. Not every step is glorious, not every choice is bright, but every act of choosing turns breathing into life. Still here, but now awake. Ha ha ha. I don't wanna be carried, I wanna stand. I don't wanna be allowed, I wanna command. This life isn't known to me to simply survive. It's mine to burn brightly while I'm alive, not kept alive. I kept staring at the skyline, waiting for a sign, for someone to invite me, for someone to say it's time. Oh, 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 oh. I thought the door would open if I just proved enough, but nothing ever changes for the ones who wait too long. Dreams aren't handed down, they're taken step by step. Don't wait for the will to move first. Don't wait for permission, break ground. If you want your vision real, you don't stand still. You build, no one's coming with a crown. No one's naming you, no one's laying out the road or telling you what to do. You don't get the life you picture by watching others try. You get it when you stand up and risk the first reply. Action is the language that the future understands. Don't wait for the light to turn, be the spark. Don't wait for the perfect team start. If the dream is burning loud, don't quiet it down. Step out, move first, then lead. But don't walk on too long. Find the ones who see same horizon, blowing the same possibility. Don't need 1,000 voices, you just need a few who believe in what you see the way you do. Share fire grows stronger than silent hope. Build your circle carefully. Find the ones who know the cost of chasing something, the courage it takes to go. When hearts align in purpose, the road gets clear. Dreams grow louder when allies are near. The future isn't waiting for someone chosen or crowned. It's waiting sun forgot my name. Every step felt like a question, every breath felt the same. I couldn't see a single sign, no clear direction drawn, just silence in the distance and the will to carry on. The road didn't promise easy, it only promised forward. If you don't give up, there is always a way. It might not look like the plan, but it will appear someday. If you don't let go, even when it's dark, a path will find your feet right where you are. There is always a way, always. I've seen doors close loudly, heard no more than yes, felt the weight of doubt pressing on my chest. But every time I almost quit, something small would say, just one more step, and that was enough to stay. Not every road is visible, but every step still counts. If you don't give up, there is always a way. It might twist and turn, but it won't betray. If you keep your ground when storms refuse to bend, the path reveals itself to those who don't, and there is always a way. Always stay moving. You don't find the road ahead by staring at the sky. You find it under your feet when you decide to try. Hope isn't loud or shiny, it's stubborn and quiet too. It grows in those who refuse to say I'm through. Quitting closes futures, persistence opens doors. If you don't give up, there is always a way. Even if the mountain stands in your way today, climb slow, climb tired, climb afraid, because the road belongs to the ones who stay. There is always a way. There is always a way. Always. The world tests your staying power more than your skill. It bends your patience more than your will. But something changes quietly when you refuse to fall. The road doesn't disappear, it waits for those who call. Still here, still breathing. If you don't give up, there is always a way. Not luck, not fate, but the choice to stay. If you hold your ground through the longest night, morning will carve a path into the light. There is always a way. There is always a way. Catalyze. As long as you stand, the road exists. They told me, be practical, choose what's safe and smart, build a life that looks correct, even if it breaks your heart. I try to fit the outline of something I should want, but silence in my chest told me something wasn't strong. If it doesn't wake you up, it will slowly shut you down. If it doesn't burn inside, let it go. If it doesn't pull you forward, well, let it close. Don't trade your fire for applause. If it doesn't move your soul, don't move it all. I watch people chase success with empty eyes and gold, climbing ladders to nowhere, growing tired and old. You can build a perfect life and still feel lost, because passion isn't optional, it's the cost. The world will offer comfort, but comfort doesn't create. If it doesn't burn inside, walk away. If it doesn't scare you, don't stay. Your time is too sacred, your heart too rare, to give your days to something you don't care. Fire first, everything else later. Not everything deserves you, not every door is fate. Some paths are just distractions, dressed as too late. If you feel nothing rising, nothing pulling through, maybe it's not your mountain, maybe it's not for you. Passion isn't loud, but it refuses silence. If it doesn't burn inside, let it fall. You weren't made to live half it all. Choose it doesn't burn, don't begin. I'm standing at the edge again, same doubt, same fear, wondering if I should step or just stay right here. I tell myself, be careful, don't make a fool of you, but there's another voice inside asking what I'll lose. Now what if I fall, but what if I never try? 20 years from now, will I laugh about this night? Will I tell the story proudly of how I took the flight? Or will I sit there wondering what could have been true? It's not the fall I'll remember, it's the chance I never took. I've tripped and failed before, felt small, felt wrong, but even those broken days still feel like I belonged. Because I moved, I tried, I dared to stand exposed, and now those scars are memories that make me smile the most. Embarrassment fades, regret does not. 20 years from now, the fear won't feel the same. The awkward, messy failures won't carry shame, but the dreams I left untouched, the words I never said will echo in the silence inside my head. Better a story than a sigh. You won't remember how scared you were or how red your face. You'll remember the courage of stepping into space. Time is kind to effort, time softens pain, but time is cruel to hesitation that never breaks its chain. Failure ages well, regret does not. 20 years from now, what will you say? I almost did, or I chose that day. The risks you take today will age like wine. The risk you avoid will haunt your mind. You can survive a stumble, you can survive a fall, but surviving the question, why didn't I try it all, is heavier than any bruise, heavier than pride, because regret grows louder with every year you hide. Take the step, take the risk, 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 take the risk. Ooh. 20 years from now, I wanna smile and say I lived through all the madness and I chose my way. Not I stayed safe and silent,